Our own Dave Williams got some expert tips on the very best wines for the season from our friends over at Whole Foods. Take a look.
Hey, Dave and Matt here hanging out at Whole Foods, and we've got a little bit of food today, just kind of some munchies, but the real star of the show, Matt, you brought some awesome wines with you today.
Yes, I did. Late last month, we kicked off a Spanish wine program. Lots of really good deals been coming out of Spain as far as wine goes for the past 10 years, and we brought in some especially good deals.
No, I know a lot about Italian wines and French wines, but are Spanish wines right up there with those?
Spanish wines are, Spain can make really world-class wines. And what's most exciting about Spain right now is how good the values are.
I like that. So what are the values that you have for us today?
All right, so we've got a grape that's become really popular out of Spain over the past 10 years, Albarino. A lot of people in Charleston are familiar with Albarino because it's poured by the glass at a lot of restaurants around here.
All right.
This is an oddball because Albarino is most famously from northwest Spain. This is the first one I've ever tasted from northeast Spain.
Huh.
It's bright, crisp, snappy, dry, excellent seafood wine, really good with some shrimp, really good with some oysters.
That's why it's so popular here in Charleston.
That's one reason for sure.
Now, the next one I think is probably my favorite wine for a couple reasons. Why don't you tell us about this one here?
So this, I should mention before we move on from this entirely, it's on sale for $9.99, this Albarino. I think one of the reasons you were saying earlier this is your favorite wine is because it's on sale for $7.99. One of the three red grapes that Spanish winemakers have figured out how to make really good wine out of inexpensively is this grape Garnacha.
Okay.
It's what the French call Grenache.
Oh, yeah.
People who have had Châteauneuf-du-Pape or Côte d'Aron have tasted French Grenache before. Makes a full-bodied, full-flavored, spicy, black fruit wine.
And I really like a Côte d'Aron wine, so this would be very similar?
You know, this is half the price right now of what most Côte d'Arons are, and I'd say of comparable quality.
Now you're talking my language. So what about the last wine that you brought here?
So, the Monte Oton Garnacha, $7.99.
Love it.
And this is the most expensive wine
Of the
in
Spanish.
our program. The Mosteleda is the most expensive in our Spanish program right now, and it is on sale for $19.99.
Wow.
This is one of the other three grapes that Spanish winemakers can make excellent wine from inexpensively.
See, I'm always afraid of wine once you go over that $19.99 threshold because I'm like, do I really get my value for that wine?
I think that there's really great wine out there for more than $19.99.
I'm sure there is, but I'm afraid.
I think the excitement is to find a great bottle of wine for less than $20.
Definitely.
And this Mosteleda Tempranillo, I think, is a great example of that.
Okay. So, is this a big, bold wine like the last one we were looking at?
It is. It's a big, full-bodied, black fruit flavored wine like the Monte Oton Garnacha. It's even spicier, and it's got more complex layers of texture. It's got this really pretty silkiness combined with roughness that does great with red meat.
Interesting. That sounds great. And you also have a few munchies here. We've got the almonds. These are special almonds, huh?
These are Spanish Marcona almonds that Amy's brought out for us. These are the wine-friendliest nut on the planet.
And then we've got some figs.
We've got some Manchego cheese, stuffed figs wrapped in bacon.
Don't mind if I do.
This is some pretty wine-friendly food.
Love it.
Manchego is the most versatile cheese for pairing with wine.
Now, real quick, you were telling me about some other deals that you have coming up in addition to the bargain prices here.
Right. In addition to the sale prices that last through the end of the month, next Saturday the 21st, I'm going to have all of our Spanish program wines open next door at Gray's, which is just down the sidewalk in our parking lot, at lunchtime. So from 11 to 2 on Saturday the 21st, I'll have free samples available for anybody who wants to try some of these wines
Nice.
before they buy.
So they make sure they get their value.
Indeed, and speaking of value, I'll have it over at Gray's coupons for additional savings on these Spanish wines. All of this is leading up to the end of the month when we have a 20% off a case discount on all the wines in the store.
So-
that includes the Spanish wines that are already on sale. That's the 27th, 28th, and 29th.
Even
of this
bigger
month.
discounts coming up. Well, Matt, I think it's about time you go get a corkscrew.
Good thinking.
All right.
Thanks,
We've
Dave.
got more Low Country Live coming right up.